The bomb air saga has thrown up some fresh conversations since the event broke on the 10th of August. Well, controversies around ministerial overreach and unilateral sanctions, and of course, lack of standard operating procedures in protecting the rights of Nigerian passengers in the aviation sector. Well, joining us this morning via Zoom is Barrister Haya King, a legal practitioner and human rights advocate. He's going to be talking about airline operators' powers and human rights in Nigeria. Good morning, Barrister Haya King. I'm sure you can hear us clearly.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me on your program once more. It's a pleasure being here once more. It's a pleasure.
Yes, the feeling is mutual. So let's just dive into the conversation. Let's start with the case of Comfort Emerson. Do you think that at any point, from the way she was evicted from the flights, from the plane, to her being, slammed with sanctions of no flight, and then being remanded in Kirikiri, and well, quite recently she has been released, and she's saying she has forgiven everybody, according to what our headlines carried this morning. Do you think that at any time in that process, that due process was indeed followed in her case?
Well, you can, first and foremost, you have to look at the law. First and foremost, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Act provides for obedience for airline operators, for them to be obeyed. If you look at Section 8, Section 9, it provides that people must the behaviors and all that people must adhere to while at the airport and all that, and who should make sanctions. Who should make sanctions? Obviously, from the video we saw and what is playing out now, it's obvious that her rights were violated, actually. Yes, because the law is well settled. If you look at that section, says the person that is to discipline and punish offenders is actually the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority and not any other body, not an association like the operators that just within 24 hours have already given sanctions and banning for life. That section says, and not more than 6 months. Not more than 6 months. If you look at the section 8-9, it says the sanction should not be not more than 6 months. And who will do that? The civil after the person has been found guilty. That means the matter will be reported to the Civil Aviation Authority, and they will now investigate. After investigation, they will now make other sanctions. But that sanction is not all. It's not final. The person will also go to court and to challenge that position. He can go to court and challenge, I was not rightfully, the sanction was wrong. So for the operators to immediately issue sanction, that was unacceptable, that is illegal, that is not in accordance with the law. If you want to look at section 30, section 31, you will see all that. It does not provide, there's no place where it provides, I didn't see any place where it provides ban for life. I didn't see that. And who will do that? The person that will actually do that is the National Aviation Authority. The people responsible for that. Now, if you look at the whole saga with subsequent videos that came up, first and foremost, I want to thank the Minister for Aviation and Aerospace, Festus Keyamo ACM, for the timely intervention he took, to be able to douse that trauma, that brouhaha. You notice that within 48 hours, the man was coming out with solution. That is what a non-politician, when you put the right peg in the right hole, that is what happened. So the guy was coming out, immediately was responding. Immediately, the next day he responded from the video he saw. He made comments. In the next day again, when you saw more proof, he changed again and made another comment, asking that even the air hostess be suspended. Now, from the subsequent video that came up, you will see that the lady was restricted. I also saw one of the passengers in that flight that was in one of the channels, and he said that the girl was provoked, but that the girl was talking like a normal woman. The girl was talking like a normal woman. In fact, he said that the girl spoke. How do I put it again? Well, this thing that women do, talkative. That the girl was talking all through the flight. Even when everybody said keep quiet, is okay. The girl was still, exchanging words and all that. But that is not enough for us. The best you can do at that point is libel. You are accused for libel, not for criminal offense. And when the plane landed, you see that the girl was restrained. The lady was restrained. Having restrained her, she has to say, leave me alone. The only way we saw where she hit the other lady, once, that's what I saw. Once was when she wanted to come, the lady was blocking, I now saw the hit. That is not still enough for the humiliation that she was subjected to subsequently. I think the security people came and exacerbated the matter, came and poured fuel inside the fire already burning. They would have come calmly as the security people. I think they need training. Oh, how are you, madam? Good morning. Thank you. My name is this. I am from the security department. Please, can you come down? Can we see you? Please, it's okay, madam. Air hostess, go on side. You come and persuade her and bring her out. And bring her, I don't like the policemen do. Police people will come, oh, no, we are not for arrest, we are just inviting you. You see, there's a report against you. They are very calm. That is what should have played out. That is to tell you they are not trained. Even the Nigerian police are better than them. Nigerian police wouldn't have escalated it that much. They would have said, okay, madam, okay, it's okay, come. Because knowing that if they go into that fracas, they may even injure other people and even destroy things in the aircraft. So to prevent escalation, that is how they would have handled that matter. Not to come and pounce on her, bundle her like a common criminal, beat her up, assaulted her. The other one was busy tearing the cloth and videoing and posting her nudity, which is unacceptable. If the law is this, if I attack you with my bare hand, you will attack me with your bare hand. If I attack you with my bare hand, you bring out a gun and shoot me, it's murder. It's murder. You should have. The law expects you to attack me also with your bare hand. That's unfortunate. That is what the law provides. So people that are talking all manner of things, go and change the law first. Yes, the girl was talkative. The girl was nagging all through, abusive and all that. It does not mean you should touch her. Okay, how did they restrain her? Didn't they touch her body? How did they restrain her? Because if you look at that aircraft, you will see that nobody was inside. When that final video, the first video we saw, that final when the security men came in, there was nobody behind. How did she stay there? Is it her will to stay there until everybody disembarked? Why did she stay till everybody disembarked? She must have been held down. It's just that the matter has been sorted out by the honorable minister and all that. And all that. Otherwise, the video from inside when she was restrained, because there's no way you will restrain somebody without touching her body or his body. They must have touched her, and that is assault. In fact, if you touch my person without my permission, it's assault. Touch. You didn't beat me. You just touched me. Only touch. It's an assault. And again, the offense is not such that the person can be arrested without a warrant. That's another aspect to it. You cannot be arrested without a warrant. You must go and get a warrant to do that kind of arrest. Only you call the security. It's only when you call the security, she refuses to come down. Even when she refuses to come down, you will not assault her. Even the security has come, persuaded her, and she said, I'm not coming down. But that is not the case. She wanted to come down. Initially, when the news broke out, they said she refused to come down. She refused to switch her phone. That was the understanding, first time the news broke out, that she refused to switch her phone. They now asked her to come down, and she refused. They now bundled her down. But later on, we now realized that the aeroplane has already landed. So why was she alone in the aeroplane? Didn't they touch her body? So her body was touched. And that is assault. That is criminal. That is actually the truth. For her to also hit the girl was assault, was criminal. Well, again, I think it was retaliation. You can call that affray. The best you can call it is affray. Because the girl was blocking when you are doing this, and the girl said, let me pass, and now struck her. I saw when she struck her, I saw that, but I have not seen the other video, how they were able to keep her until everybody disembarked. They must have touched her body. They stopped her. You cannot restrain somebody without touching the person's body. That is the law. The law permits the police officer where the person can be arrested without a warrant. For the police officer or the arresting person, individual can arrest, actually, yes. Now, for the arresting person or arresting officer to actually touch the body, to an extent, you must do that. If you don't touch the person's body, how will you restrain the person? That is why you see police. They will grab you by the waist, grab you by the belt, put handcuffs on you, to arrest you without a warrant. But this one, I don't think it's such a case that because the girl abused somebody, the girl assaulted, because verbally, you now assaulted her, restrain her from moving out. That's wrong.
All right. Well, barrister, there's a public interest lawyer, barrister Ademuli, if I'm correct, Ayodele, has instituted a court action against federal government, the National Civil Aviation Authority, and FAN, and of course the airline operators. He has instituted an action against them, claiming damages worth 500 billion naira. You think this suit holds water, given the fact that you have mentioned the case of assault, breach of, civil rights of the lady? How do you see this, suits? Please, could you shift backwards so that we can get a good view of your face while you're talking? Thank you.
Okay, like this, I'm okay like this. Okay, now, the matter is actually, yes, the person can actually institute a public interest matter, but the truth remains that you need witnesses. And who is the complainant in this matter? The complainant is Comfort. Will Comfort come forward? That's the problem. And the police, probably. Now, also with the hastiness with which she was tried to call the next day, was the matter investigated? The answer is no. Was there an investigation report? Because if you are investigating, they will play the video of what transpired from Uyo, from the airport. The aircraft have that video. They will play it. It will take some time to play the video, analyze the video before she would have been able to be charged to court. But I don't think all that was not done. And all that, and who will they do that? They ought to have handed over the jail to the police. The Civil Aviation Authority can do their investigation, issue sanction, which is not to exceed 6 months. After they do that, they hand her over to the police. Police will now do the proper investigation and charge to court. Was all this done? The answer is no. Something happened on the 10th, on the level you have already charged to court. Are you charging to court before you do investigation? Which is what Nigeria police usually do. The only people that usually do investigation before charging to court, I can give credit to that, is the EFCC and the DSS. Yes, DSS will discreetly follow you for months. Yes, EFCC, the same thing. They will follow you for a very long time. Anytime you see them coming for arrest, they have evidence. That is actually what police should do. In this case, was it actually done? The answer is no. For like I said, having settled the matter, and the girl herself, I heard this morning that she has come out to say, I forgive everybody. That matter is a non-starter. You can't go on because you need witnesses. You need witnesses to come for. You need the complainant. The complainant has to come forth. Although I have not seen the nature of the suit, I don't know what the public interest lawyer is asking for. When I see it, maybe I will have another thing. But generally speaking, it's not possible to go on without the complainant, police report, investigating IPO, investigating police officer, and so on and so forth. It will be very, very difficult to go on with that matter until I see the type of case that the person filed. Did he use his name? Did he use the name of Comfort? I don't know. So until I see the nature of the suit, is it a writ? Is it a interpretation? Is it a motion? Until I see it, I will not be able to tell you. But generally speaking, I just spoke generally. It is difficult to prosecute a criminal matter without complainant. It's difficult to prosecute a matter like this without a complainant and the cooperation of the police and all that. It will be difficult. Even her own complaint against her, the charge against her has been struck out, and she has been discharged unconditionally. So she has been discharged unconditionally. So I don't think she may be able to go on with that matter. Generally speaking, until I see the suit, the nomenclature of the suit.
All right, it's very interesting because one of the national dailies today carried that Comfort has actually come out to say that she has forgiven all parties, really, because after she was released, she did give out a statement on her Instagram page saying that she needs to rest and regain her strength mentally and physically before she gives her own account of what happened on the aircraft. However, I am quite curious. How do we expect that such incidents don't happen again if there are no, legal prosecution of, defaulting parties? I mean, going forward, how do you see this not happening again if the complainant decides to, well, in quote, forgive all parties involved? What are your thoughts?
But it's very difficult. I think I completely agree with you that some of these airline and air hostesses that think they are God should be prosecuted. Look at the Adam Mole matter. It has happened to me before. You pay online, they come, they will tell you you came late 1 hour. They are still 1 hour. The law says 30 minutes. The law says 30 minutes. That's what the law says. I think 30 minutes or 40 minutes or so. And you come on time. They will tell you there's no way that you came late at that. And they are selling that same ticket for 150 for 300. I mean, it's criminal. And so a lot of Nigerians have been made to pay double amount of money. I have booked before I came. They will cancel flights. When they cancel flights, no refund. I still have my refund with defunct now. I don't even know where they are. Aero contractors. They have my flight so and so. They have not refunded me. I have another one again. That my agent booked. I have about air tickets for 4. Go come. They are telling me, sorry, oh, fill form, do this. And if you talk, they say you are starting at the airport. They will arrest you and charge you to court. Let us stop it. You know, in my write-up, I said, let us not give them undue power and undue advantage. Let us not see them as, because that was what was happening in the sector of SARS before we came up and disbanded SARS. SARS was acting above the law. These people are acting above the law. Who has not gone to airport and see the way they talk to people? The way they no, it's close. Meanwhile, they are putting people behind. Corruption is going on. That is what happened to Shomole. So then from one, yes, you overreacted. The man said, I have water. Don't they give us water inside the aeroplane? They give us water inside. And the man said, this is my flight. Look at it, I have water. And you begin to harass the man. And the man said, the aeroplane will not be, yes, if he was wrong, the reaction, you were wrong, I was wrong. Not just like the case of Comfort. Comfort was, the lady was wrong, they assaulted her and she reacted. She's a human being, she's not a tree. That is what happened actually in that place. They have done it even to me. I have experienced them. I have experienced them before. So I know how they behave. So it is time we prosecute so that it will stop. It's getting out of hand. Or heavy fines will be meted on them. My own, they came begging. Came to my office begging me, all over the place. The same issue, the same character. All Nigerians now, just take a consensus now, or just take a random check. Nigerians don't open a website and say Nigerians that aircraft are owing tickets. You will see billions of naira that will come there. Don't open that in and see. So if you know you have paid for a ticket with your proof, please send the information to this website. Send the information to this WhatsApp group. You will see people that will come. Millions of people and they're embezzling people's money. They when we start at the airport, they say, oh, you are delaying flight. For what? Why won't I talk about my rights? Look at what the show me and people are vilifying him. What are you vilifying the man for? The man said, look, they wanted me to go and fly, and I said, I'm not flying. Everybody here will be attended to. Don't attend to me alone. And they say the man is, even when this issue came up, they made reference in their so-called life suspension. Can you imagine? Life suspension. Yeah, do you have the right to suspend anybody for life? The mention of Shomole, mention someone, insulting those men, insulting those honorable Nigerians. Why would you insult them? Because the man said, right thing will be done, should be done. And you now begin to insult him. That was how Shomole. But you know, the right thing, if I was to Shomole, I would sue them. I should sue them. He said that statement I was released the next day on Comfort. What is the relationship? Why are you bringing a Shomole issue to that place? What about your staff, the way they are behaving? How about your staff insulting people at the airport? You cancel flights, no refund today. I said my hundreds of thousands with several airlines. Several of them. Some of the ones I booked myself, some of my agents booked for me. That's all my money. How do you care? Sorry. How do you have my money? Every contractor has my money. I can't remember the other one now. They also have my money. And nobody will talk. Nobody should talk at the airport again. Let them stop it. Before they come wake up one day and tell us that they are giving live ban to the honorable minister. They are giving live ban to the Nigerian president. The president trying to stop them. It's wrong.
All right, very quickly, Barrister, thank you for your submission. But very quickly, we'll have just 2 minutes to wrap up. Do you think that Nigerians need to come together, or a group of Nigerians need to come together to institute a class action to ensure that this going forward does not happen to any Nigerian ever again? In 2 minutes, please.
Yeah, we can institute action. Like my own action, like my own matter is still pending. But I can't see a contractor anywhere again. How do I sue them? I can't see them. Yes, individually and collectively we can, because they don't, as you said the law, they don't have the right to suspend anybody. They will report to Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority. That's what they will do. When a passenger behaves unruly in the aircraft, you come down, you call them, you report the passenger. Even if the passenger, let me tell you, even if the passenger slaps air hostess, beats up air hostess, it's called assault. You catch the passenger. When you catch the passenger, you give to the authorities. Not catch, you report the passenger to the police. They will arrest him and charge him for assault. But if you retaliate, it becomes outbreak, two fighting. That is what it is. Let me tell you my incident once a long time ago. I was coming from Lagos. I think Lagos.
1 minute. 1 minute.
A passenger assaulted me. When a passenger assaulted me, when I came back, I arrested him with the police. And we were going to the police. He accepted he assaulted me. He paid and paid and paid and paid and paid and paid. One day he came and said, "Paris, I had in that bed. What thing I go do, make this your pain stop." So every time I would go to, I'll go and bring hospital, I'll go and check my teeth, I'll go and check my jaw. He was paying money, treating me in the hospital for months. One day he called me, I beg, "Please now, what will I do? Wait for this pain to stop." I said, "What did I do?" I started laughing. I said, "Okay, next time will you slap somebody again at the airport?" He said, "No." That was how the matter, I forgave him, and that matter ended. So we can institute actions against them. Like me, I'm looking for aero contractors to institute action against them. So I can't find them anywhere. The matter is, they assaulted me and came and begging me I should forgive, I should do this, that they're going to take a flight for me to fly me back and all that and all that. They begged me.
All right, thank you so much, Barrister Hayaking, for your deep perspective into the subject matter. Thank you for your time. All right, moving on. We still have more deep discussions around very topical content. So do stay with us. New Day continues right after now.
With a population of about 36 million people, the Southeast is awash with stories. Every day on Southeast News, we tell the peculiar story of the Southeast and her people.
Our Southeast should be the Silicon Valley of Nigeria.
Their successes, achievements, and daily challenges. Do you have a Southeast story to share? Community achievements and challenges, completed and uncompleted projects, bad roads, water scarcity, erosion, flooding, insecurity, or even disagreements? Bring it on to Southeast News. On Southeast News, no story is too big or too small. Southeast News. Let's tell our story. Showing on Signature TV every weekday at 4 p.m. WAT, 1600 hours GMT.